Hey, and welcome to the Soulful Eclectic. I am Diana Collins, your host with the mostest. And if you are new, welcome. Click subscribe, hang out with us, send us your email, and become an exclusive member. And if you are coming back, thank you for returning. Today, I have my sister, my friends, from way back when, won't say how long, but she's here with me today. And today's topic is going to be the mask behind the mask. And the mask behind the mask is not just the mask we show our the people, but also the mask and things that we mask in our hearts and in our souls and in our minds. So, Shana Gourdine is a artist. I say she's an artist with the most. She's a speaker, she's an author, and she wrote the book of lovely poems. You have, if you don't have it, you have to get it. But it's titled "The Mask Behind the Mask." So I want to welcome you, Miss Shana. How are you?
I am awesome as always.
Yes, you are. Well, thanks for coming. I do appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
I know it's late on the East Coast, so I will not keep you, but tell me a little bit about you. Tell everyone a little bit about you. I know about you, so, it's got to go beyond me. But so start with who you are, what prompted you to be an author, and go from there.
Well, I'm Shana Gourdine, as she say, and I'm originally from Cross, South Carolina. Back in them woods over there. I was
Cross.
born and raised out there in the country with the chickens and the hogs. But I have a BA in sociology,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have two beautiful daughters, Liana and Samira.
Oh.
And what made me write the book was I went through domestic violence. So the poems and poetry that I put together, I put it for people to love all the imperfections despite of what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So my goal was to empower, motivate, inspire, because it's a lot of times we walk a path and we don't know what the path is people walking because the mask they carry.
And as women, we wear many masks, don't we?
Lord Jesus, yes.
But it seems like it's amplified because we're black women and we have to show a different face depending on where we are, who we're talking to, what we're doing. So your book speaks to that. It really does. And I love it because it's a really quick read. Honestly, I read it in a day, and it took me a day because you are processing it and you are relating to each poem that you write, and each one touches a piece of. I knew it touched a piece of my life, so I'm sure whoever reads it, there's quite a few of them that they can resonate
Relate
with
to.
them and relate to. Absolutely. So, with that, how has writing the book helped you?
It helped me to actually unveil my mask and just not feel judged or felt like I had to really carry a mask and just be open about who I am. And the fact is that yes, I went through domestic violence. Yes, I had three different conditions, but you would never know because I don't look like it. Yes, I'm a single mom. Yes, I have elevated myself from being on public assistance and just all these things that I have done.
And you spoke about three different conditions, and my sister, you look lovely. And I'm not just saying that because you are my sister, but you do. And it's the change, just knowing you is radiant, and it's lovely to see. And I just am so proud of you, and actually, seeing you elevate yourself has prompted me to, get off the pot kind of thing, and get my stuff together and do all those things that I set out and have written out for me to do. But do you mind sharing a little bit about your health, and how that has put you in that place to write your book?
Yes. About 2014, I found out that I had, first it was the polycystic kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
Then the very next year in 2015, I found out that I had the ankylosing spondylitis, which is arthritis in my spine, and it goes to the rest of my joints like rheumatoid arthritis. Then in 2016, I had the fibromyalgia, which with all that combined actually kind of adjusted me to a new type of life, not being able to work a regular 5. So instead of just sitting at home and whining and complaining that I'm in pain, I took the initiative to take what I was dealing with to transform it into a triumphant battle of what I'm going through, and to inspire others that if I can get up and still do what I got to do, these 3 different conditions, and dealing with other ailments and, depression and anxiety, anybody can do it. Because a lot of times we let things stop us from rising above what we already are sitting in the middle of. I didn't let my disease or anything else that I was dealing with design what my life was. I chose to be better than what it is.
There you go. And that last statement right there, you chose to make a difference. You chose to make it better. That word, choice. You had a choice. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is that, yes, you have these things going on, but you have a choice. You can let it define you, or you can define it. And you chose to define it, which I love. Yes. So you also do speaking engagements. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the speaking engagements, and how do you tailor them, and where do you actually hold them, and why?
Well, before COVID, I was a little bit everywhere. Like my speaking engagements all kind of started because when I published the book and started telling my story, a lot of people wanted to understand how such a woman with so much can be still doing all of this. So I started sharing my story to help elevate people that were going through whatever they may be going through at the time of their life. Not necessarily domestic violence, not necessarily health issues. It could just be somebody that needed to be motivated and inspiring. And I started creating my seminars, and from my seminars, I then started getting offers to speak different places. I speak at Seton Hall in Jersey. I was at Albany in upstate New York. I've been to Philly. I've been to Tacoma in Washington State. I've been to Jersey. I've been to Atlantic City. I also went back to my hometown in South Carolina. So I've been pretty much traveling the world, just talking about my disease and talking about my domestic violence and talking about how you can inspire yourself regardless of what cards you were dealt. You just got to be motivated and determined to do what you want. And whatever goal you may succeed for, don't let nothing stop and be your barrier, the reason why you don't go. Because a lot of times we are our worst enemies. We tell ourselves, oh, we can't do this, or I don't want to do that, and I'm afraid. And sometimes the only way you fail is if you don't try.
Exactly. And so many women need to hear that and see that. And so many of our young women need to hear that and see that, because abuse in relationships is starting earlier and earlier. And because it is what it is. Children do what they've seen and what they've learned. So the trail of abuse continues, and so you going out speaking and showing and removing your mask is, putting out your authentic self out there and putting you out in, I don't want to say firing squad, because everyone has an opinion. Me having it's just I've had so many conversations about people's opinions. It's killing me.
Absolutely. Everybody has an opinion. Don't
Everyone
think
has
that's
an
true.
opinion. Everyone has a right to their opinion. Does that mean that they're correct? Absolutely not. So you just changed the opinion of many people who would have looked at you and thought that you were less than, right? For
Correct.
you being a woman, for the color of your skin, for you having two children and their father being one place, you being in another place. So you took all that adversity, you call it what it is, it's adversity, and you turned it into something so beautiful,
Yes.
and that's what people need to see, and that's what people need to know. That's what our children need to see, and our children need to know, and you are just showing that, and I am so proud of you for that. um, and being from Cross, South Carolina, I know listen, we from Monkey Corner.
Yes.
Right up the road, right up the road.
And
My grandmother lives in Cross. So, which
yeah, I
you
remember.
know, and my daddy lived in Monk's Corner, so we could be kin
Mm-hmm.
for real.
We could be cousins.
we
We
could,
fam.
we family for real.
You know
But
everybody can folks.
everybody, right? Especially down there, down yonder.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to say one of my favorites, and I was rereading it today because I just love it, and I have it there bookmarked, so it's like fired. But it was the emotions one. Do you remember that one by chance?
I'm about to turn right now.
All
I got
right,
the book. I got the book
it's
set right by me.
page
I can't forget.
27. You see, you know how your sister is, right?
Yeah.
Got you.
Well, yeah,
Right?
I remember this.
Yeah, yeah. This was a deep one, man. With love, you come with a lot of emotion, which we already know, right? Smile, lust, name it all. When you
Yes.
wrote this, I guess, what was in your heart? Where were you in that mindset? Where was your heart and your mind in that?
I was dealing with the fact that, you know what, you give somebody a lot of emotions
Mm-hmm.
and you give a person all, and then at the same time you're getting different faces that you didn't imagine you was getting when you gave your all. Because at the beginning it's all hunky dory. It's the
Yeah.
lovely times, the fun, the laughs. Oh my God. How they call it, the honeymoon
The
stage.
honeymoon stage, yes. Mm-hmm.
And then it's like when the honeymoon is all over, then you start dealing with all the emotions that tend to come with the relationship.
Right. The real stuff,
Yes,
right?
the real.
Do you really like them?
And
I like
do
to
you really
say,
want to be
do you
around
really
them?
want to be around them? And I always test a relationship. This is just something I do, is I take sex off the table. And
Mm-hmm.
when you do that, you really get to see the true person and what they really want from you and their intentions are with you. So, yeah. So I tell a lot of young people, take sex off the table, especially in the
Yeah.
first, and see how it is, and get to know the person when they get angry, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then you know what's crazy? Like a lot of times people hold that when I say a mess, they that composure of who they really are. Sometimes a lot of my both of my relationships that were domestic wasn't until like 3, 4 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hmm,
So you were hiding this
what
whole
did I miss?
time.
It's like, what did I miss first? And then that's when I had to learn that there's some things that you have to really start digging into
Mm-hmm.
beforehand.
Right. So really knowing the person that you're planning to not just lay down with, but spend your life with, right? And this is the things that we teach our children, but also things that we need to share outside for those young ladies who don't have that mother figure, that auntie or granny that's there to give them that advice, and so that they don't get into these situations. And some of them don't get out, right? Let's be
So
honest.
correct. That's definitely, and that's was my fears of not being able to live to tell the story. And it's like, wait, something's wrong here. I got 2 kids, and this is not what I want.
Right. So yeah, that one I just wanted to share with you. That was my favorite one, hands down.
Yay!
So there, but I know you're planning to write part 2.
I'm working on it right now.
And I can't wait for that one. And you know what I want to tell you, since we're chatting right now. I know Chris is doing their book, and he asked me to be on part of it and do tandems with them. I have to use the right pronouns. Oh my gosh. He's non-binary, so I'm trying to be mindful. And it's hard to use they, them, and when you're speaking about one person. And I don't even know if they use he. I gotta ask, honestly, because I really don't know. I always say he because if you're non-binary, I just go with whatever, which is wrong. So I need to ask and not be a jerk about it. But it's all out of love, and they know that. It's all that's what we do. So definitely can't wait for part 2. So get to writing, girl. Get to writing.
I'm typeless, and I'm up to a page 100 typing right now.
All right.
Like just yesterday.
All right. Speak on it. And we will definitely have you on there. Maybe by then I might be on video as well. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Who knows?
Who knows? But definitely we will be talking again, especially since I'm planning to do a whole domestic violence series. So, actually tell my story, your story, and then another couple of stories. So, look out for that. And, we'll definitely be doing this again and then some. So, yeah.
I just did a project this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Where?
I'm actually I filmed a project for domestic violence. So
nice.
That's out. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I just filmed it this weekend.
All right. Nice.
I had about 5 people from up here tell their story about their survival and stuff. So
well, let me know the name of it.
But when it comes out, as soon as it comes out, the title, when we get that all,
when you get that, let me know, and then we'll come back and we'll chop it up and do that. So yeah, definitely. So I'm going to wrap it up for this segment, because it's not the last segment. It's just part 1 of many. So with that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and then some for joining me today. I love seeing your face. Oh my God, I just want to give you a hug because I haven't seen you in so long. But yeah,
I've grown so much.
Oh, stop it. All is beautiful. But I want to thank you for that, and definitely keep an ear out, because I will be having you back to talk about the second installment of The Mask Behind the Mask. And thank you for sharing a part of you with the world. I already know that part of you, but sharing it with the world and my listeners, and hopefully something that you said and something that was said in the whole conversation resonates with someone, and they know that they're not alone. That's what we want them to know, that they're not alone, right? So thank you for joining me, and for my lovely listeners, you can subscribe or register your email below, and I look forward to chatting with everyone again soon. Be well, be blessed, and I'm out.